Welcome! This activity is called The Camera Never Lies and is aimed at children aged 9 to 11. For this activity, children will have 30 minutes to explore forced perspective and how a simple movie effect can make one actor appear far bigger or far smaller than another. For them to do this, you'll need the following items before you get started. Something sturdy for the camera to sit on, tablets or digital cameras, Lego minifigures or similar action figures, extra materials to build sets with, either for Lego figures or for the children to interact with, rulers or tape measure. Always make sure you complete a risk assessment before you get started. You need to make sure you have permission to film the children and follow health and safety procedures. If there is any doubt, just use the Lego figures. Once that's done, we're all set. To begin with, explain to the children that forced perspective is a technique that uses an optical illusion to distort the way that something looks on screen. When looking normally at an image, the distance from the bottom to the top and from the left to the right side is known as your visual field. Small things that are close to your eye and large things that are far away can make up the same amount of space in your visual field. And when looking normally in 3D, the human brain can determine how far away an object is, so forced perspective effect doesn't work. However, when we view images on a 2D screen, the forced perspective effect works perfectly. You can go outside and ask the children to cover up a large, distant object with their thumb. Explain that it must not be the sun as it can damage their eyes. Their thumb can take up the same amount of their visual field as it is much closer to their eye. Explain that by using this effect. Filmmakers can make actors appear huge by having them stand closer to the camera, or tiny by making them stand further away. Ask the children if they can think of examples of this they might have seen in the movies. Have they seen The Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, or Ant-Man? Ask them how they think the filmmakers made the actors appear smaller like a hobbit or tall like Hagrid. You can show a clip to help you out. At this point, it's time for the children to use forced perspective in their own film. Get them to film 2 Lego figures and make one bigger or smaller than the other, like this. How about getting them to try it out with real people? You can use holiday pictures at the Leaning Tower of Pisa, the Eiffel Tower, or the Bolivian salt flats to show examples of where forced perspective is used to make it seem like people are interacting with their surroundings in unusual ways. Here is a breakdown of the activity. 1. Prep equipment. 2. Explain what forced perspective is. 3. Show examples. 4. Perform experiments. 5. Try it out with others. It might help to separate the children into groups and have them take turns being the actors and filmmakers, so everyone gets a turn at each one. You can challenge the children further by getting them to use precise measurements to make children in their STEM club all look the same height in a photo, explaining how different heights will affect where they're positioned. You might even suggest that they create some outsized props to emphasize different sizes.